It's the championship race. No pre-race due to time constraints. That's actually why I'm doing this race now instead of at the usual 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It is 7 o'clock here in the East Coast. Man, my throat has still been kind of giving me some issues, but that's okay. Because you know what time it is? It's time to see who's going to be champion. It's Indianapolis Championship Race, NCCS Season number 3. 35 laps in the Mclobster 400. Yes, Mclobster, the tradition continues, as it always shall. So again, 35 laps. There will not be any pit stops in this one. Just like in the Grand Nationals race. Should be some pretty darn good racing by the looks of it. So based on popular vote, and then also my own observations, it looked like pit stops were not the way to go, because that would spread everyone out and in turn would probably make the race pretty boring. And this is the championship race. People who haven't been up north don't realize the Mclobster exists. Well, I'll give some backstory to those who don't know about the deal. The NCCS obviously was the name of the very first diecast series that I ever did. And the original plan was to have the championship race be called the Mclobster 400, as it was a bit of a meme that we just kind of threw around back in the early days, back in late 2016. So ever since then, I've kind of made it a tradition. Every championship race in the NCCS has been called the Mclobster 400. Season 1, Season 2, and now Season 3 here in NR have all been called the Mclobster 400. Just a little nostalgia, because it's been a long time. And hey, times change, but who's to say that who's to say that you can't go back on something that that is near and dear to you. Crappy lobster sandwich from Canadian McDonald's. Yeah, it looks pretty gross. But that's alright. Because the champion's going to, well, the race winner is going to get a Mclobster shoved in their face. No, I'm just kidding. That would be absolutely disgusting. We got 42 cars here on the grid. At least we dang well should. Let me make sure that this isn't glitching on me. Just like it did at Dover, which it is not. Very good. Just wanted to make sure on that. So, as per usual, we'll take a quick look at the top 10, and then we could take a look at the standings coming into this race, just to remind everyone of what we've got. And yeah, I did announce this on Discord, albeit a bit of a late, a bit late on saying that, but yeah. Anyways, top 10 look like this. Diego Yepes, pole position for the 77 Ford, and then Nick Kennedy to his outside. A great qualifying effort there out of a driver that we haven't talked about much this season. Looking to do something good here from the front row. Sean Ard and Oscar Anderson, 3rd and 4th. Gatlin Downey, a phenomenal season, despite not making all the starts. Then Veronica Platts, Ethan Timms, and Luke Rainey. Nathan Stapleton, the top starting championship contender, to the inside of Colton Yo in the 88. Take a quick look at the full starting positions as shown. There they are. And we will take a look at the point standings just to refresh everyone's memories. And my own. Coming into today. So as we hop on over here in just a moment. I'll go ahead and do this first. There we go. Yeah, this is what the setup looks like whenever I'm doing a race, although you've already seen that. So here it is. Eli Bright with the point lead at the moment, but it is pretty narrow over Tom Jonas. And then William Brock 25 back, Nathan Stapleton 35 back, and with this point system, all of them well and truly with a shot. Johnny Gardner mathematically eligible, but is going to need a bit of a miracle if he's going to get the championship. But 5th place technically could do it. Or 5th place in the standings, Johnny Gardner could technically do it. But he's pretty much going to have to win and hope that everyone else has pretty days. That's about all he can do. So Bright, Jonas, Brock, and Stapleton will be the primary drivers we'll be focusing on in that. But do keep an eye on the 19 car because you never know. You just never know. So let's get the setup fixed up here. Whoops. There we go. Chat back up, and we are ready. Probably not going to be as much in terms of viewership because of the time of day, but hey, I've got some stuff going on at about 8 o'clock myself, which I have decided that I'm going to participate in. So, it was one or the other, so I thought I'd bump it back. But as far as the championship contenders go, Nathan Stapleton 9th place, Tom Jonas right on his tail in 11th. They are the top starting championship contenders. And Eli Bright, point leader coming into this, 16th. Not bad, but on the outside lane. So we'll see what that's going to do. And then William Brock in 21st on the inside lane. So he's not in a bad spot there. And I saw no reason to. You always expect me to like fully... It's like you've... No. Why am I not sitting out this race? I needed to be punished for the actions I did a couple days ago. I don't think so. It's like I told you. It's like I told you. So anyways, everything is set to go. Drivers are ready and raring to get this thing going. 4 drivers, technically 5, with a shot at the championship. Who will emerge as the Season 3 champ in the TRN Classic Cup Series? It's time to find out. Let's get the command. Let's get going from Indianapolis. That's how you get a command. That's the stuff. And if any drama's going on in the Hangouts right now, I'd rather it not trickle over here. Final thing I'm going to say before we get underway here, no matter what happens, no matter the result, no matter the outcome of today's race, let's just all have a good time. Let's enjoy some good racing. Hoping for an exciting battle. And no matter what, it's been fun. It's been a good season. It's time to cap it off. So let's just all have a good time. Best of luck to all the drivers. Pace car is in. Yepes Kennedy on the front row. For the final time in Season 3, we're green in the NCCS. The outside starter starting to drop back a little bit. Stapleton and Jonas remain nose to tail. The 24 slides up the track. That might open the door for the 2. And that's a gap. Has something gone wrong? Oh my gosh, something must have gone wrong. This is a mess. And everyone is checking up hard. So something has happened to cause a yellow flag here in the early going. Please don't, for the love of Christ. That is not how I... Oh, William Brock in trouble, and he's out of... What? Alright, let's see what happened, because in all honesty, I'm a little... That 67... What? So here's what happened, and Chris Hayden has taken out one of the contenders, although with that stupidity that took place after the caution, since it was on lap 1, I'm almost half tempted to have a redo. Because this is after the caution. And you know how much crashes under caution annoy me. Especially when something like that happens. Although, yeah, that is true. A 4-car does have some kind of a curse. But that is what pissed me off. Well, I shouldn't say that, but... Nah, I don't think I can redo it. Well, let's see, who all was involved in that secondary accident? Well, Nathan Norman's trying to take out other guys. The Noah Descartes is out of the race. Yeah, I don't think we're going to restart that. That wouldn't be right. Yeah, I agree. But my God, that 4-car definitely has a curse. I cannot tell you. Well, and a championship contender, but yeah, was both. But I mean, he wasn't involved. If he was involved in the crash after the caution, then I would be heavily considering it even more. But he was involved in the main one, so I think that just shows the curse that 4-car has. Again, to those who don't know, it was Michael Canto's season 1. Had the point lead coming into the race and crashed out lap 1. That 4-car has something up with it. It's some kind of voodoo or something, I'm not sure. William Brock out of the race, likely going to finish in last place. That is just insane. I think there's no chance that Jonathan Wong is going to keep going, considering what happened to him. And those pit stops are just for cars that had damage. So checking in, Diego Pez held the lead, then Sean Ard, Oscar Anderson, Gatlin Downey, Ethan Timms, the top 5. Nick Kennedy, 6th, and then Nathan Stapleton and Tom Jonas, 7th and 8th. Stapleton needs to make up a bit more ground. But my gosh, the 3 remaining contenders are right on top of each other. You got 7th, 8th, and 11th. That's pretty darn impressive. Julius Anderson, 9th. Veronica Platts rounds out the top 10 currently. But wow. Alright, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You're still in the race. But out of the race are Roger Ray, Noah Descartes, William Brock is out of the race, and I gotta think Jonathan Wong is done as well. He flew through the dang air there. That was nasty for the 67. And he is indeed out of the race now. Everyone else will remain on the lead lap by the looks of it. But Roger Ray, winner of the final race of the Grand Nationals season, out of the race here. Derek Hamlin, 19th. The Grand Nationals champion. But his job is not done. He's looking to get as good a result as he can here today. Currently 19th. There's the man himself, Eli Bright. Yeah, wins the Grand Nationals race, wrecks in the cover race. Tough break there for the driver of the 25, who again won the Grand Nationals championship race, driving the 92. But lap 1 carnage, taking out William Brock, the number 4, which, if season 4 does roll around, which I do already know what mod I would use, I think everyone's going to avoid the 4-car like the plague. Because that is now the second time that has happened. The 4-car season 2, which was still driven by Canto, he did have a win, but was nowhere near championship contention at the end of the season. So 77, 23, 32, 31, 44 in the top 5. Coming to take lap 6. 30 laps to go at the stripe. We'll see if we'll be a little calmer this time. I mean, it is a single file restart, so that should help. Green flag back out here at the Brickyard. No problem, Derek. I mean, Glorious is still kind of a go-to for me, but if I know that the championship winner has any kind of preference, then within reason, I'll try and break it out. Like, for example, one of the contenders has expressed interest in a particular song for me to use. It's an iffy one, but I might not have much choice. And my goodness, they are right on top of each other. Jonas put it to the high side. And the 97 staying down low. Now Stapleton filing in line. Eli Bright is coming here on the inside though as well. He does have the slight point advantage. So I think where they're running right now, it would still be Bright, but a long, long way to go in this race. Heck, in the Grand Nationals, it came down to the final couple of laps, and we still didn't know who it was going to be. And the champion wound up winning it, which was Derek Hamill, by 1 point. Again, any tiebreakers that might come into play would be wins. And if they're tied there, then we'll go to top 5s. And if they're still somehow tied, we'll go to top 10s. That is how it works out. Now, Derek, I will say, let's have some respect for everything. Hey, let's not bring that up. Let's not bring it up. It's fine. It's all settled. As Kennedy looking on his teammate for 3rd. Not going to be able to make that stick. Right now, 5th and 7th are Stapleton and Bright. Tom Jonas still on the high side, dropping back. Although he should be able to get to the inside here soon. He's trying to hang in there. Got a long way to go in this race yet. Provided we don't get another crash there. Oscar Anderson and Ethan Timms. That was nearly a problem. Stapleton looking for 3rd place. But Bright is staying with him here in the inside lane. Also credit here to Julius Anderson, car number 2. On a strong run here, looking for a top 5. No one's making fun of him. No one's doing nothing. I do ask that we just let that go. Carter, unfortunately, is not in championship contention. However, he is, I believe, 7th in points coming into this. So, absolutely with a shot at the top 5 in the standings. As Ethan Timms is starting to close in on the race leader, Diego Yepes. 44 has had some solid runs this season. Just hasn't been able to find his way to the winner's circle yet, or really do anything as far as the championship goes. But right now, breathing right down the neck of the 77. Of course, everyone else trying to finish as good as they can in the standings themselves, so they're not backing down. And the 44 for the race lead and into turn 1. Stapleton is there as well, looking for 2nd place. Bright is back here with Sean Ard, the 23, right behind him. Again, with where Bright is running, he probably is still in good shape. With 25 laps remaining, Tom Jonas has found his way into a single file line, but is back in the 20th position. He's going to have to make up some ground ASAP. Coming up here on a pretty good battle between several drivers. and my commentating abilities are not what they should be for a race like this. As the battle rages for third, Anderson underneath the 77. Eli Bright has to be careful. He doesn't get trapped on the outside lane, which he won't. Files in front of Joe Rutkowski, number 30. Stapleton now in the slipstream of the 44. Nathan, may the best man win. Eli Bright, my brother. You're the man. And Derek, that is enough. As far as all that. I do not want anyone rooting against anyone, please. That's not what we're here for. We've seen in the Grand Nationals race how much the slipstream plays a big part in this. And the 97 is definitely showing evidence of that, along with the drivers behind him. Rooting against yourself. That's different. Anderson manages to get underneath the 97. And Travis, let's also not escalate this. Come on. So Stapleton put up to the high side. Here comes Bright. And he is there. In a good spot. Rutkowski's going to get put up to the high lane in the 30. But checking on back here, the 24 showing 18th. And if anyone starts war in the chat, you will be promptly either timed out or silenced for the remainder of the stream, please. 28th place is the 12 car. And I like it too. A lot of passing. A lot of good stuff, but not quite the predictable, just like cycle racing that we see sometimes. And the Stapleton has managed to stay ahead of Bright at the moment. Side-by-side battle for second place between Ard and Julius Anderson. And that is allowing Ethan Sims to hold a fairly comfortable lead. Colton Yo's coming back up here in the 88. Ryan Kendall behind him. And Stapleton kind of put in an awkward spot there. Going to get put up to the high side once again. (10-4). And there's the legend, Fitzwater. 29. Yeah, not too good. The reigning champion, not going to be reigning champion after this race, but hey, he has a win, and that came at the only road course race. That would have been Watkins Glen. So it's not all a total loss. And lap traffic is going to become an issue here. Michael Canto going down the back straightaway. So we'll see what problems that might cause here soon. Eli Bright is now looking for second place. And Joe Rutkowski is going to try and get by the 97 as well. Not much sign of Tom Jonas as of yet. Still showing just hanging there in the top 20. Okay, that's a little nasty. Battle for the lead, heating up Sean Ard. As we're about halfway through this deal. Dodge looking on his fellow Dodge. And has taken the race lead away. And Eli Bright will follow suit and take second place. Eli Bright on a great chart. Started 16th in this race. Came into this race again with the point advantage, albeit very slight. But right now, he's looking good. Checking further back, Stapleton has filed in line just behind Luke Rainey and Colton Yo. Has not dropped too far back, so he absolutely can still work his way forward. Tom Jonas is doing his best, but just in a bit of a backlog of traffic. Grand Nationals champ Derek Hamill is on a strong move up so far. And so is Sean McKean, the 48, started last. I'd say that's a pretty solid move through the field so far for the 48. Tom Jonas on the inside lane, right where he needs to be. The 97's catching up slowly. And the 8 car has been put to the high side. Although if he's able to clear the 44 with a run off the corner, it's not going to work though. And the 44 keeps him down there. Or up there rather. As it will be 15 laps to go in the race next time by. 8 car files in. Might even have a shot at taking second place back. But Yepez and Kendall working together here. Might trap him up there. See, this is how it should be for a championship race. This is great stuff so far. Julius Anderson trapped on the high side as well. Colton Yo is up there. Put up there by the 97. 15 remaining in the season. And lap traffic is there. Where does the 11 go is the question. Cuts off Bright. And the 77 might take advantage. And he will. And the outside lane, which is already not preferred, is now in really, really bad shape. And Bright is trapped up there. That's a lag spike. And here comes the 97. Let's not be hoping for spin outs, please, or wrecks. Thank you. Stapleton gets by. Now he's got to gain a few more spots. Bright, oh my gosh. That was danger close. And Veronica Platts showing, hey, I'm not stepping aside for you, looking to take that spot. And oh my gosh, actually made contact. Veronica Platts not happy with Eli Bright. Man, I hope she knows what Eli Bright is fighting for here. Wow. But checking back up front, looks like Ethan Sims is taking the lead back from Sean Ard. Lap traffic a whole half lap away yet. Not sure if that'll be enough. 28 and 97 working together, possibly. Let's see, the 97's looking for another spot on Joe Rutkowski. And gets that spot. Still only 2 spots separating the 97 and the 8. Not sure if that's enough. Especially if Rutkowski gets the run here. He's going to say nope. But man, this is some phenomenal stuff, let me tell you. Diego Yepez for second. Gets that spot, no problem. Ryan Kendall on a solid run here up to third. Stapleton just 1 spot behind the 8s. Tom Jonas slowly coming back forward here. Looking to get by Luke Rainey in the 99. Kenny Stremme, who had a phenomenal season in the Grand Nationals in that 36 car. trying to make something happen. But you see, that outside lane does get some solid runs off of turn 4. That is for sure. Derek Hamill right behind the 97. Those two fought hard for... Well, it was Jonathan Hoff, actually. It was Stapleton's driver. My bad. It wasn't actually Nathan. Hey, I don't know who's going to win it. Eli Bright, if they hold their positions right now, will win it, no problem. But, I mean, still a long way to go. 10 laps around this beast of a racetrack. And it looks like Yepes is taking the lead away. I'm too engrossed in the battle for the championship. I'm completely missing the battle for the win. 10 to go, and it's the 77 out front. Ryan Kendall right behind him. You still got the Dodges of the 44 and the 23. 7 cars also a Dodge. It's been a solid day for that manufacturer. Here comes the 44 in the inside lane. Don't count out Julius Anderson yet. He's been getting his nose up here quite a bit. But Eli Bright doing phenomenal this race. He knows what's at stake and he's making it count. That'd be true. And all this side-by-side battling is allowing the 97 to close back in. Derek Hamill's still there as well. Yepes has pulled away. Ever so slightly. Rutkowski might put the 8 up high. He does not. Hamill puts the 97 up. Coming to lap 28. Battle for the win is still on. Eli Bright's making some bold moves, I'm noticing. I'm not sure if now's the time. The fact that Stapleton is behind him at the moment, but has found his way to the inside lane. Tom Jonas coming back. He is second in points, only 17 back of Bright. So if Bright gets put up to the high side, the door is wide open for all 3 of them. Johnny Gardner too far back. Doesn't look like it's going to be his championship. It would have been a long shot anyway. It doesn't look like it's going to work out. Jonas, again, put into an awkward spot. It's not going to work. He gets put back up to the high side yet again. But Eli Bright is now in second place. Or, no, that is still third. My bad. Ethan Sims closing on the 77. That's for the win. Bright is still third. The 99 has a bit of a run on the 97. But Veronica Platts pounces first. That's just what the 97 wanted to see. But he's got ground to make up. And he needs to hope that the 8 car gets put to the high lane. But at the moment, Eli Bright with the championship in hand. But 6 laps to go. It's not over yet. Ethan Sims looks out. And the 8 car went with them. Bright might even be in position to possibly win this race. About 15, 14 miles to go. Sean Ard! Is he going to put him up there? Not quite. Didn't have the momentum. But he thought on it. That was close. He doesn't need to finish too far ahead of the 8, but he does need to finish ahead of him by at least a few spots. But right now, he's back here. 8th place. He's doing everything he can. But Bright is just He's in a phenomenal spot. He could even win this race. It's 5 laps to go. Did he have the run off the corner there? Not quite enough. Sean Hart is going to put him up there. But there's plenty of a gap at the moment. And Bright might be okay. But oh my gosh, Yepes and company are closing quick. It's not over. It's not over at all. 4 to go. Eli Bright on the high side. Sean Hart gets by. Julius Anderson gets by. The 97 to the inside of Ryan Kendall. But Bright stays ahead of the 30. He's back to 4th. Stapleton still on the inside. Sean McKean might have a shot at the top 10 here from starting in 42nd dead last. Kenny Stremmy's right there behind the 97. But you see that outside lane gets a phenomenal run off the corner. 97 trying to stay in the draft. Doing everything he can do. Ethan, who's leading? It is Ethan Timms leading. Bright gets back into 3rd place. We are coming to 2 laps to go. Yo, you better not. All 3 of the contenders driving the absolute wheels off of their race cars. Stapleton diving it to the inside of Veronica Platts, trying to keep his car in the inside lane. But here comes Crampton, the 21. Does he stay ahead? He doesn't! And that might do it. 2 laps to go. Julius Anderson is now on the tail of the 44. And it's an absolute gaggle further back. Tom Jonas might even get by him. But man, it has been a phenomenal race. And Eli Bright with the championship in hand at the moment at the white flag. Still a race winner to decide. And Anderson needs to be careful. Eli Bright just needs to hang in right there, and he's got this. But Julius Anderson, Ethan Timms, both wanting a victory on the season. He's there. Is he going to be able to make the move at the last minute? He dove it in hard and actually had to check up. He got tight. Ethan Timms, car 44. Taking victory in the Mclobster 400 at the Brickyard. And Eli Bright, 3rd place. And looking like your NCCS Season 3 champion. We will make absolute certain of it, but it is almost a guarantee. But hey, if there's anything that could have come out of that, it's that it was a phenomenal race, and that is how you wrap up a season. That is how you wrap it up. That was very fun, and that was great. Albeit my commentary was absolutely awful. But a big congrats to Ethan Timms as well, victorious, and Julius Anderson giving it everything he had. Car 2 will finish in 2nd place. Of course, Bright with 3rd. Joe Rutkowski, Diego Yepes, the top 5. Sean Ard, a phenomenal drive. Stepping in that 23, he will finish 6th. Veronica Platts had some ups and downs this season, but will emerge 7th place in this race. Then Ryan Kendall, Travis Crampton, and Sean McKean from last place to 10th place. My gosh, has he been through a lot in the past couple months. So that's cool to see. Tom Jonas, 12th. Gave it everything he had. But just was unable to find a good slot. And then Nathan Stapleton, 14th. I mean, you saw how hard he was driving that thing. He gave it everything he had. But he's got a lot to be proud of as well. Colton, dropping to 28th. That's kind of a... He was in top 10 most of that race. It's kind of amazing. As there are the full results for the final race of the season. Albeit cut one race short. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But hey, this isn't it. Sign-ups for the big one will be Saturday night. Don't forget about that. For Team TRN, that is. If you're signing up for Team NRLOA, which I know is on Friday, or any others that might be taking place before me, remember, you won't be able to sign up then for that. Thank God this 3 is over. So, the 3 NCCS champions in the NR era have been Mia Leathers, Zachary Fitzwater, and it's looking like Eli Bright. We'll go confirm it. But first, quick trip to Victory Lane. Results have been exported. Car 44 in Victory Lane. And a pretty good season. This might actually put him in a pretty great points position. We'll see how it turns out for him. And Derek, that is enough. Stop. Like 10,000 probably on his win count. Well, you don't have to. I'm sorry, but yeah. It's, in all honesty, for me especially, it's also like when people say, oh, Truex choked at Kansas, Chase Elliott's choked every single time, yada, yada, yada. Sure, we all make a meme about it, but I don't like it when people say, oh, he choked. No, he didn't. He got passed by a faster car. Referring to the Truex at Kansas one especially. He got passed by a faster car, come on. So let's stop talking about chokes. Ain't nothing. And now we're going to go into that. I see. And now everyone hates Derek. Even though we don't. We're just saying when enough is enough. But that does that automatically mean that we hate each other? No. Even though that's always what it seems. Someone does something wrong, someone points it out, and then upsetness ensues. Oh my gosh, we have a tie for most laps led. Sims and Yepes, wow. That's something you don't see every day. But, to confirm it, NCCS Season 3, the champ, Eli Bright. 55 points, the official margin. Tom Jonas will hang on to second place. Nathan Stapleton will leapfrog William Brock for third. Brock in fourth. And then Johnny Gardner still managing to hang on to fifth place. Then Diego Pez jumping up to sixth. Carter Friesen, Travis Crampton, Xavier Griffin, and Matthew Hartford. The top 10 at the end of the season. Veronica Platt's a big jump up to 11th. Noah Descargo, Ryan Kendall, Oscar Anderson, Chris Hayden will emerge in the top 15 when it's all said and done. And not cool. Travis, that's not cool either. Just saying. Graces I won the championship. But yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good season. I mean, one multi-time winner. Just one. That's pretty cool, I think. That's really cool in my book. No one needs to be an ass to each other, just saying. Come on. Eli's bright. Well, I'd say Eli Bright's probably feeling pretty glorious, don't you think? I'd say so. But hey, it was a great season. And I think we all can give ourselves a pat on the back. That was good stuff. But hey, let's just all show some good sportsmanship. Eli Bright with the championship, and they, like I said, everyone has done well, and it was good stuff. I'll take a quick look at some statistics while we're here, because why not? Well, first off, there are the full standings. All 44 drivers who ran. And then, just for the fun of it, let's go and take a look. Oh, yeah, nothing wrong there. But yeah, look at this. Wins. Gatlin Downey with 2. Everyone else with 1. That is impressive when you have only one multi-time winner in the season. And he didn't even make all the starts. Gatlin Downey was really impressive, but my gosh, that's cool. That is really cool. Nathan Stapleton with the most top 5s on the season with 6. Then a 3-way tie between Bright, Timms, and Downey. Top 10s all tied up at 7. Derek Hamill, Diego Pez, Tom Jonas, the only drivers with more than 1 pole. Not that that mattered too much. Sebastian Kukelan, most laps completed, 778. Just 1 lap ahead of Friesen, Hayden, and Crampton. But Sebastian Kukelan with the most laps ran. Most laps led going to Johnny Gardner with 79. Most of those probably came from Bristol. And Colton Yo with a fair share there. And then obviously laps are going to correspond to mileage. Yada yada yada. That's no surprise. I'm pretty sure that was a caution-free race. That was a caution fest. Fastest ball, slowest ball, nothing even happened there. Closest margin, Las Vegas. That was when Jay Jefferson was driving. He took the win there. Bristol was the biggest margin. Johnny Gardner won that race. Most lead changes, no surprise there. Talladega. Which, yeah, you all said how much that race sucked. How about it? Most leaders was Daytona with 11. Most yellows, no surprise there. That race was an absolute travesty. Most cars running, I'm sure a few races had that. And then most DNFs. Wow, most DNFs actually goes to Rockingham with 11. Dang. That's something different. And Mr. Eli Bright, if Season 4 rolls around, yes, sir, you will indeed get a reserve. When that does roll around, I already know what mod it will probably be, so I will try and let you know on that. And yes, sir, you did. Indeed, you did. And what you will get for winning the Busch Grand National Championship, if there's a Season 2, you'll get a reserve in that. If not, then I'll look and see what else you might get. But because, again, I'm going on a bit of a... just taking my chill break now. And I'd rather... don't do that. Please don't do that. Want beer? Too bad I'm not of legal age yet. Oh man, but hey, there will be, as usual, the proper championship celebration for Mr. Eli Bright. Coming later on, probably later tonight, if not tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Um, yeah, it'll probably be glorious, just cause it's the tradition. And Eli Bright, I imagine feeling pretty glorious about that. That was good stuff. That was fantastic stuff. And yeah, you actually completed the most laps, which in turn corresponds to miles. So yeah. Okay, I'm a little confused. Do you want me to ban you or something? I'm just confused at this point. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and say thank you all for a pretty darn good season in both series. Sorry that they had to be cut short, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Again, stay tuned for Team TRN signups for the Inter 2003 Big One Saturday night. Planned for 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will let everyone know if there needs to be any change to that. Congrats, you get beer. And, and I mean, hey, all is good. Just, there you go. You apologize for it. You man up about it. You shake hands. You move on. But that was great stuff, and so stay tuned for that. And then after that, gonna be a little bit of a break, just kind of re-energize, and then we'll probably come back with something before college starts. And then once college rolls around, I don't know what the heck is gonna happen. I don't know what I'll be doing. I don't even have my classes scheduled yet, which scares me. I'm still waiting for callback, but yeah. Not tonight. I gotta get on some. I gotta get to some online racing here. So congrats to Eli Bright. Stay tuned for the proper celebration. What is a what is a college? It is a piece of artwork. Get it? Collage. Ha ha ha! I'm funny. Thank you all. Have a good night, and thank you all for a good season. And thank you all for being cool. But hey, we'll keep moving forward. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next one. Take care. And God bless. Bye for now.